Thanks for tuning into the channel, and today what we're going to be talking about are reasons why you should not do Turo. But before we get into it, I'm going to ask for a huge favor for everyone that watches this video. Please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And leave comments down below. Now let's go ahead and get into it. What are some of the reasons you shouldn't do Turo? Well, if you're not a risk taker, doing Turo is a huge risk, right? You're taking a vehicle and you're renting it out to a stranger. You have no idea what that person's going to do to the car. They may smoke in the car, they may trash it, they may vandalize it, they may steal it and not want to bring it back. There's so many things that can go on when you rent out your car. And that's why it's really important to follow terms of services, right? There's protections in place to minimize risk. So that's helpful, but regardless, you are taking a risk. So if you're not a risk taker, you probably shouldn't be doing Turo, and you shouldn't probably do anything, because believe it or not, everything in life is a risk. It's just some things we don't notice as a risk because it's so normal, like a 9 to 5, but there's always a risk involved. But you have to be the one to know yourself and know if you're a risk taker and how much risk you're willing to take. So again, if you're not really a risk taker, I don't suggest Turo for you. Now, what are some other reasons? Also, if you're a very negative person, when you do Turo, you're most likely going to face challenges. Your car can get damaged. No, not that it could, it will. And when it does happen, are you just going to give up? Some people will. So then don't get into it, because you will face these obstacles and you have to be positive to get through them. And there's a lot of videos out there that are negative on YouTube, and there's some that are really helpful. I'm trying to be a helpful one. If you follow terms of service and you get protection, an accident on Turo doesn't mean you need to give up doing Turo. You can get over it, but you have to be smart, and you have to make sure that the cars that you're getting into are cars that you can afford. So when you're not able to rent them because they're out of service, because they're at a body shop or any other reason, you can still keep that car and not be stressed out. But you have to be smart. So again, if you're very negative, Toro's probably not going to be for you. Also, if you're a very comfortable person, meaning you don't want to work when you come home from work, you don't want to work weekends, you don't want to work Sunday, everything just has to be extremely comfortable, then Toro's not for you. Because I'm not saying it's going to be like this 7 days a week, but there's going to be times that it's going to interrupt your day because a guest needs to contact you. Maybe something happened to the car. There's going to be moments that you're coming home from work and you got to get a car ready for a booking that's coming up, right? And that's not always going to be the funnest thing to do, but it's the things that Turo is going to require you to do to be successful. And also, you have to spend time on the page if you want to get bookings, to be competitive with the other people that have the same car in your area. If you're not willing to spend time on the web page and check out what prices are and, see how you can be more competitive and things like that, you're not going to put the time and effort, then you shouldn't do Turo, because this is not going to be 100% passive. Some people say this is 100% passive. I don't understand. I think they just say that to make videos. Some people are just trying to make videos, clickbait, things like that, and they're not really helping people that are actually thinking about doing these things. I know you may be watching this channel and you may be thinking about doing Turo. Well, I want to be honest with you before you get into something that may not work out for yourself. And that's why I say it's important that you know yourself, because who's going to know you better than you? So you got to really be honest with yourself before you get into something like this. Again, if you're too comfortable, if you're not a risk taker, stay away from Turo. And basically most side hustles. Also, a lot of people think, well, I need my family and friends. I'm a big believer that you're going to succeed in life with strangers. I think that saying, well, it's all about who you know, I don't really believe in it. I've always had my opportunities with people that I don't know. As a matter of fact, when people found out that I was doing Turo, if they were a coworker, if they were a friend or their acquaintance, they're asking me, oh, what discount can you give me? What deal can you give me? Can you beat this guy's price? I'm just starting out. I'm in no position to be giving you breaks and discount. You're not going to ask that most likely from the stranger that you don't know. So why aren't you helping out your friend? You're not. You're asking me for a favor when I'm starting something. You're not really helping me out. So most of the people that I know, to be honest, I tell them go book with someone else, because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want the favor. I don't want to be, I'm not just trying to sound mean. It's realistically, this is one of the ways that I make money. I can't be giving you discount. I already put my cars at a great price. I'm competitive with everyone. If you want a better deal, then don't book with me. Don't even ask me. Because guess what? There's going to be a stranger that's going to book with me. I'm going to give them a great car. I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to get a 5-star review. And I did it without a friend's help and things like that. So don't be a believer that you need your friends, because a lot of times I feel that they're just going to be negative and they're always just going to ask for favors. A lot of times when you tell a family member or friend, hey, I'm going to do this side hustle, or I'm going to do this business, they're not sitting there and saying, oh, wow, that's a great idea. There's a lot of pros. They're going to tell you all the negatives. And I understand that it's good to be aware of the negatives, right? You got to look at the pros and the cons and weigh out if it's worth doing. But some people just want to tell you all the cons, kind of like they want to hold you back. I believe, hey, if you have your 9 to 5, that's great. If you love your 9 to 5, and you don't want to do anything else, no problem. But if you just like your 9 to 5, but you want to make more money, or maybe you want to start a side hustle and turn it into a business, or you want to see how far you can get financially, then be open-minded. Be willing to try things, and don't let friends and family discourage you. Because at the end of the day, in anything in life, there's people that are going to succeed and there's people that are going to fail, and you don't know where you're going to fall unless you try. So don't be scared. But again, if you are going to listen to all the negative people, if you are going to not be positive, if you're not going to be, willing to work outside of your work hours at your 9 to 5, things like that, you're too comfortable, then Turo is not going to be for you. And I think a lot of side hustles wouldn't be for you. And you want to be aware of that, because Turo is not free, right? You're going to either buy a car, or you're going to use your car, or you're going to find someone to lend you their car. But no matter what, most likely it's going to cost you some type of money. And I'm trying to help you avoid wasting that time. Now, if you're like me, that you're positive, you're a go-getter, you're a hustler, you're going to make it work. When obstacles come your way, you're going to find ways to overcome them, and you're going to make it work, then do Turo, or try any side hustle that you want to do. I do actually more than Toro. I have other side hustles plus my 9 to 5. And I love doing everything I do, because my goal is seeing how successful I can get doing all these things. And if you're like me, then definitely do it. But my point of this video is to help those that maybe think about doing it, but they know they're a little bit too comfortable, they're not really a risk taker, they give up easily. Then my best advice for you is try something else. And you may be thinking, well, you just said don't listen to the negative people. Well, I'm a stranger. I'm telling you this not to stop you. I'm telling the people that I know can do it because they are positive and maybe they just need a little bit of encouragement. I try to encourage those people. And the people out there that know that they're really too lazy, that they don't want to work outside their 9 to 5 and stuff, I'm being honest with them. But I'm not trying to be like a negative family member, a negative friend that wants to hold you back. No, I want you to go ahead and do Toro. I want you to go do your side hustles if you know that you're not lazy, if you know that you're a risk taker, if you know that you're up for the challenge and you're going to do everything you can to try and make it work, then I'm going to say go for it. But if you know deep down inside, like, hey, I'm really lazy, hey, I'm not a people person, then don't get into a people person business or side hustle. Don't fool yourself, because you're going to end up wasting your time. This is for the people that just need a little bit of encouragement. And this is for the people that know that they are, like I just described, and stay away from Toro. I hope you found the video helpful. If you are a Toro host and you face some challenges, let us know down in the comments below your challenges that you faced, what you did to overcome them, how you became successful, how you grew your fleet, to help me learn more stuff, help everyone else that's watching this video learn, and smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you haven't done so, check out the description box. Everything I use for Toro is on there, and I think you'll find it really helpful for your fleet. I appreciate your time.